So I kept some of the information from boiling point because I want to emphasize of how it changes. So instead of this being KB, now it'll be KF. I'm sorry, TB, it'll be TF. F and F. And then notice that when you change it, that also means that you're changing this thing in all of those cases. And it's to the next constant, which is given at the top, which is that 1.86. That kind of implies for water, there's a stronger effect on the freezing point because it's a larger number there. And then we are going to use the same molality for all of them. So I can change my molality and my I factor. So this is a 1 because it's a non-electrolyte. And then we knew from before that the molality was the 0.5 times 1.86. And then here, this one was 2 because the I factor, and then times 0.2 molality times 1.86. And then you'll see over here that this was 4 times that same no molality times 1.86. And also notice that like these cancel, those units cancel. So that's why ultimately I'm going to end up with just like a degree Celsius in all of these. So I'm going to pull up my calculator again. And I will do 1 times, let me see if I can get this to come down somewhere. There we go. 1 times, there, now you can see it's on. 0.5 times 1.86. And so that gives me 0.93. And then this is 2 times 0.2 times 1.86. So that gives me 0.744. Sorry, that was a typo. That is a 5 because we're maintaining that same thing. And in fact, I could just be copying on down. So I can just copy that one down and I can just change this to a 2. That gives me 1.86. And then I can just copy it again and make that a 4. And so that makes that one 3.72. And then this is the big thing. Remember that you were doing 0 minus that. 0 minus the number. 0 minus the number. And so that will give me 0 minus, and again, the sig figs on this are kind of funny. Like, do you consider the boiling point of water as 0.0 or 0.00? We'll just go with 0.0, but again, pay attention to the problem because it'll tell you how far to round the decimal places of your answer most of the time in these kinds of settings. So that minus 0.93 gives me that the temperature is going to be below freezing, and that would make sense, 9.3. And you could probably do some of these in your head, right? So if I need to round that to the 10th position, that would be just 0.9. This would be negative 1.8. And then this would be, see my error here, 3.22. So 3.72. So this would be a negative 3.7 if I was just rounding to the tenths. But again, just pay attention to the problem. It'll tell you what to round it to.